Picture this. You're a small content creator on Instagram. You open up the app and check your messages and find that there's somebody in your inbox who wants a commission and they want it right now. You get it done within a couple of days. You get all excited to show it to them. Maybe they like it. They send you money and you look and they sent you too much money. Was it a tip? No. They actually need that money back. So you refund them. That just the portion that they oversent. They overpaid. Oopsie daisy, accidents happen. A couple days pass and you notice the original form of payment bounces. It doesn't go through. It cancels. Uh-oh. What happened? So you reach out. They don't answer. They block you. They gaslight you. And essentially you're out the commission. You're out the money they refunded you. And now you have this stupid drawing to remind you of your blunder. This is just one way you see online scammers taking advantage of small creators. Let's talk red flags that an account on Instagram is just a scammer trying to waste your time. And to make it easy, let's put it in a list. Red flag number 1. It's a really young account. What do I mean? Go to their account if it's public. This only works if it's public. And you scroll down to the bottom and you see when their first post was. Is it a few months? Is it a few years? Legitimate accounts usually are older. Red flag. Keep an eye out. This person might be trying to scam you. Red flag number 2. The person you're talking to almost seems to be following a script. You might notice as you talk to this person when they're talking about the commission process or the custom artwork, they may sound very formal. They might have a good grasp of the language that you're communicating in. But if you start going off script, they start to lose their grasp on language and grammar. Perhaps the conversation, they start out really friendly and formal, and then as they get more and more impatient, they start to maybe be more insulting or demeaning. That's a good sign that the person you're talking to is probably a scammer. Very sus. The third red flag is that the person you're talking to is really impatient. I don't mean that they have a deadline they're trying to meet on something. They may be demanding that you answer them right away, or they might be threatening to go with someone else for the project to make you feel external pressure to act quickly. A real customer will be willing to wait a reasonable amount of time for custom artwork. If the customer is rushing you, consider they may be trying to scam you. Now that you know how to recognize a commission scammer, let's go over how to avoid being scammed by them. My first tip would be to ask a lot of questions. You can talk about pricing, mediums, prints. This is going to get the scammers off of their script, catch them off guard, and give you the upper hand in the situation. If the customer happens to send you a reference photo, I'd recommend putting that into Google Images and reverse image searching it. See if that image is easily available on the internet to them. You'd be better off checking the image before you just do it. You should ask for partial payments or a deposit of some kind. These payments can pay for supplies, and they also can secure the commissioner's spot. Legitimate artists do this all the time. Think tattoo artists taking a deposit for an appointment. The last thing I could think of to help avoid these scammers and avoid getting scammed would be to have an art agreement wherein both parties agree and sign off on the terms of this commission. The artist says, I will do this in this medium for this price by this time for you, and in return the customer is putting this much down for the commission, and then at the end we'll be paying a total of this much. Protect yourself and your art, because You're worth more than that.
Let's talk about my recent experience with scammers. The first scammer that hit me up was named Mr. Stud, or Billy Stud, which is a very ridiculous name. His account was private, so I couldn't verify the age of the account. Let's read through our conversation. This is a short one, since he has since blocked me. I don't have the initial message, although he reached out and was basically like, "Hey, do you do commissions?" I replied, "I do." He says, "Okay, I would like you to make an illustration drawing of my pet. Can you have that done, please?" I reply, "You have a pet?" He says, "Yeah." I say, "Oh, any specific kind of pet?" He then sends me a picture of a dog in the front seat of a car. Says, "That's the picture of my dogs. I would like you to make a painting of my pet." I took that image and I popped it into a reverse search on Google, and it came up with 5 different articles. They seem to be unrelated, which is a clear sign that this guy is just trying to scam me. If I recall correctly, Mr. Stud did not want to talk about pricing, and he was a bit miffed I didn't start the painting as soon as he asked. He used keywords off my own posts like illustration, drawing, and pet painting. I have a few older posts tagged with these keywords, so I'm assuming he went through my account to make himself seem more legit. Before he even sent the DM, he had also tried to follow me. Once again, I'm assuming that's so he could seem more legitimate. The second scammer I had in my inbox is arguably the most entertaining. Her name is Sophie. This account is public. She's been posting since April this year, which, if you remember, is red flag number 1. She's a very young account. Her account also only had 2 pictures. To her credit, it looked like they might have been the same person in both pictures, as well as in her profile picture. I took a moment to look through her following, just to see what kind of accounts she interacts with. And to my surprise, it was filled with smaller artists. All the artists I saw on her account seemed to have less than 1,000 followers. She's another one that followed me before she sent the first message. She starts out the conversation, "Hi, are you taking commission?" I was already on high alert at this point. I had just talked to a scammer the day before, so I say, "OMG, hi, yes." "Great. I need a drawing of an image. I don't know if that is possible." I reply, "Just a drawing?" She sends me a picture, says, "This image." I took that picture, went straight to Google reverse search, pulled up the Flickr account, and that post, the original one, had just the caption, "Shannon." So I reply, "Oh, is that Shannon? She's hot, not gonna lie." Sophie replies, "Can you work on that?" I say, "When? Like right now?" I take half payment upfront, PayPal only. And she was taking a little bit to reply, so I decided to video call her just to see what would happen. She immediately declined that, said, "I'm at work. Yes, if possible." I ask, "Is there a better time to contact you? We can discuss prices and turnaround time." She says, "In the night." Very vague. I ask if 5 p.m. Central Time would work, and she never replies. The next morning, she contacts me and says, "What is the progress?" I reply, "Good morning, is it a good time to chat?" She says, "Not really, but yes." I wait a few hours to reply, and I come back to her with, "Is now a better time? What's the deadline for this piece? I stay busy with commissions, but I can prioritize if you need it done sooner." She hits me with, "Don't bother anymore. I go some else doing that for me." I reply, "You're a loser. God doesn't appreciate you wasting people's time," praying emoji. She says, "Meaning? You didn't give me a quick reply, and I needed it urgently. Why should I wait? I got other jobs, but not now. Maybe by end of month you will do that." This kind of caught me off guard. because if you remember correctly, I asked her what time would be a good time. I was trying to set up like a good time to call and chat, and she never answered. But I guess I didn't respond soon enough, so that's okay. I reply with, "You're delusional." She says, "Okay." I then send her the screenshot of the Flickr account with the original photo uploaded to it. With no other context, I just send that to her, like, "Hey, I found you out." She's like, "What do I have to do with that?" I was like, "Huh?" "Oh, that's just your picture posted to a Flickr account. Way better quality than the version you sent me." She says, "Okay." I ask, "Do you photography?" And then I quote replied to her earlier post saying that she got someone else to do that for them. And I've said, "Does that mean you found another artist to swindle?" And she left me on red. Or a couple days later, maybe? She replies with a picture of someone's drawing of the photo she sent me. Like a pencil drawing. And she says, "How do you see this, Miss Swindle?" I left it at that, and maybe she'll hit me up later with another project and we'll be able to have some fun with her. We'll see. But very clearly a scammer. She's rushing me. She wanted it done right away. She went and found somebody else, so now the pressure's on, that like next time she has a project, I better be on that. So then, what do you do if you realize a person in your inbox is trying to scam you? The easiest thing you can do is ignore them, block them, and move on. You can bait them back, waste their time. The longer they're talking to you, the less time they're spending trying to scam another artist. The last thing you can do is educate your art friends. The more people who understand what scams look like, the better. The topic of this video was inspired by YouTuber Atomic Shrimp and his ongoing scam baiting series. The videos he posts are both educational and thoroughly entertaining. Thanks for watching. I will catch you next time. Bye.